The red pill for women. Now, we all know that men have a red pill, right? And all of these spaces, these guys come on here and they complain about what women do, right? About women's nature and this, that, and the third, and all that good stuff, and how they get tricked and bamboozled. Okay, so a lot of these guys are former nice guys, and these former nice guys, the reason that they call it red pill is because the movie Matrix. The blue pill was what mainstream society told you to do, and then there's the reality. Okay, now you guys know me. I'm not one of these guys that are like red pill this and red pill that. My channel is just telling you to be a solid guy, right? But for argument's sake, we're going to use the term red pill, but this time we're going to flip it around and we're going to explore the red pill and blue pill for women, right? First of all, this is a Tarik Talks Midnight podcast. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. This is going to be a hell of a video of a podcast, right? So, what's the blue pill for a woman? Basically, it's, hey, look, I'm a queen. I'm going to have it all. The world is my oyster, right? No matter what I do, I'm the princess or queen, as I aforementioned. And, men are entitled to do as I say, because after all, I am the queen, right? I get what I want. I can do anything. My past doesn't matter. So I can behave in promiscuous ways throughout my whole life. And then magically one day, when I'm ready to settle down, right? Quotation marks. When I'm ready to settle down, Mr. Right is going to come and rescue me. That's pretty much the gist of the blue pill for women. And a lot of young ladies find that this was a lie, but they don't find out until later. And some of them keep believing the delusion throughout. Believe it or not, they keep believing the delusion throughout their whole lives, even though they see that what they've been doing this whole time is not working. And on top of that, does not work anymore. And what I mean when I say is does not work anymore is the things they could get away with when they were younger, is they can't get away with it now, right? They can't get away with a lot of shit that they could get away when they were younger, right? Because a lot of these young gals, right, they have like sugar daddies and rotations and all that shit. When they get older, bro, when they start getting older, and I know what the argument is, oh, there's some fine old ladies. Fam, the chick that was finer, that's fine now in her mid to late 30s, she can't compete with her early self, okay? She could not compete with her 21-year-old self. Now, there are some rare cases, even then, even if, let's say, she was a late bloomer and she blossomed later on in life, right? Now, if she's a good woman and she wasn't partaking in all of this tomfoolery, right, that society tells her that she can, just having guy after guy and all of these quote unquote experiences, okay? And she was, moderate. She was moderate. I'm not saying she was an angel. I'm not saying that she's a fucking virgin, right? But she was moderate. She could at least keep some relationships going for some time, okay? And she wasn't hopping on a different meat every month, okay? Then yeah, that's a rare exception. That is a rare exception to where, hey, look, she still does have a shot. But on a grand scale of things, in the grand scheme of things as well, is that, let's be honest, most females aren't like that because, like I said, first of all, the media is backing up their bad behavior, right? The media is backing up their bad behavior. And what it tells these women is that, hey, look, a man don't got a right to tell you nothing. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. You could sleep with whoever you want. You could have this person. You could do this thing. You could just wild out here and everything is going to be all right. A man's just going to accept you. That is the ideology of most women. That's the ideology of most females. And now they're starting to see that this is not the case. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of young ladies as well, they don't even have to get older in age. A lot of young ladies are seeing that men just are using them as side pieces, right? This is the main red pill for a lot of these young ladies. They're getting side piece to hell, right? A lot of them find out that the guy they're messing with has a wife, or the guy is just using them for gratification purposes, let's put it like that, and then he's completely ghost them. And of course, the first thing they're going to do is blame the guy, right? Of course, the first thing they're going to do is blame the guy as to why they can't get a committed relationship. They're not going to look at how they're behaving, okay? And, one thing about all of this rhetoric is that, fellas, I'm telling you this, do not try to explain it to a female. I'm telling you this right now. Don't even fucking bother. Do not bother explaining any of this. It's going to fall on deaf ears, and they're going to do what they're going to do. At some point, they're going to realize that what they've been doing really turned against them, but it's probably too late by then. But like I said, these young ladies, even ladies that are young, even ladies that are in their prime, they are getting used as side pieces. Okay. And not even necessarily that the guy is married or in a relationship. In my book, you don't got to be a guy, for you to be a side piece. It doesn't necessarily mean the other person is in a relationship. It just means that they're using you for one thing and one thing only. And we all know what that is, right? And this is the ultimate red pill for a lot of women, is that they realize they're getting side piece. And instead of looking at the woman in the mirror, right? Because let's face it, a lot of men are forced to look at themselves. They're forced to take accountability. This is why we have the red pill, even though some of the things that they be talking about, and the thing about it is, yeah, I know I'm speaking on women right now, but of course, there's positive aspects. My whole quarrel with the red pill is they speak of nothing but negative. And yes, this video is on a negative side. But like I said, there are positive things with young ladies. Okay. But we have to talk about the negatives as well. So I'm not necessarily on this whole red pill, tirade. Okay. But it's a harsh reality for these women. They ask themselves, and I hate, this is nothing, this is, fellas and ladies that's listening, this is nothing that I saw on other channels. Even though other channels do talk about this, I've seen this shit in person. I've seen young ladies, very good looking, very cute, talk about they can't get a man, right? And part of this is because they're deliberately choosing the wrong guy and then blaming the guy. That's for one. And number two, when they do meet a guy that's of higher value, so to speak, the tall guy, got muscles, got a little bit of money, those guys are not interested in committing to them because, for one, they don't have to. That's first of all. But even more than that, is that these guys know they have a whole bunch to offer. And they see how this chick is behaving. He sees that she's going out on dates with different men, and she's justifying it by saying, hey, look, I just have to explore my options, right? But men, a lot of them ain't trying to hear that shit. They're not trying to hear that shit anymore, okay? She's going out on dates with different guys. She's sleeping with different guys at one time. And the guy's like, you know what? Nah, she's a fun girl. She's a party girl, right? In and out of clubs every single weekend. And it's like, why would I trust this broad to be in a committed relationship, right? What is she doing that is displaying loyalty? What is she doing that's displaying any kind of relationship material? And then the worst thing about it is that even when the guy is high value, so to speak, right? More than her, got way more shit to offer, his sex appeal, his all that good stuff, she still feels like the guy owes her, right? So what does that mean? Entitlement. What else does that mean? Bad behavior. What else does that mean? That means that she's just gonna sit back and expect the guy to do every single thing, like 100%. And it backfires because this guy sees this. This guy realizes this. And what happens is he breaks up with the chick, right? She tries to get with him and he just doesn't want anything to do with it. See, a lot of guys, you know what? This whole thing about women breaking it off first, yeah, that does happen. But when it's the other way around, right? It's usually the guys that most women want. Is the one they're the ones turning the table. They're the ones that break shit off. They're the ones that don't want to commit. Because why, the guy is thinking, I have all of this shit to offer. Why in the hell would I commit to this chick? She's in and out of clubs, right? She's got bodies on top of bodies, okay? And like I said, not a modest type, because let's just be honest, every chick that you're gonna meet is gonna have a history, okay? But I'm talking about like an excessive amount, well into the double digits. Like, why would this guy commit to this chick? And this, fellas, this is the red pill. This is the harsh red pill for a lot of these chicks out here. And like I said, don't try to explain this to them. It's going to fall on deaf ears. They're not going to care. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Peace.